it 11th? 11th of March? Okay, could we place our right hand over our hearts for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk, would you be so kind as to call the roll?
Yes, Mayor. Quorum is present for the City Council, Successor Agency Housing Authority.
Any persons wishing to address the City Council or the other agencies on any item on the agenda may do so at this time for a total of 3 minutes. Hearing no comment, we'll move on to item 1, CSA 1 and H1.
Warrant register.
We'll receive and file. We'll move on to the consent calendar, which consists of lonely item 2.
Very short.
So moved.
Second.
Madam City Clerk.
Council members Gray.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Fogg.
Aye.
Mayor Buds.
Aye, DR1.
Staff report presenting fiscal year 2024 through 2025 first quarter review report.
We'll receive and file that. We'll move on to SPH 1.
Staff report requesting that a public hearing be set to receive public input and the draft substantial amendment to the fiscal year 2024 through 2025 annual action plan to relocate the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development Community Development Block Grants coronavirus funds.
And that's to reallocate.
Reallocate. Thank you, Mayor.
And we'll set the public hearing for March 25th, 2025 at 2 p.m. A1.
Nothing to report at this time, Mayor, since we're going to go back into closed session.
Oh, okay.
That so understates what happened, but anyway.
Yeah,
A2.
nothing to report other than the fact, Mayor, my daughter is in the audience.
Oh.
She's the one in the green and the white shirt.
Please stand.
Way to
He's
call her
embarrassing
out.
her.
I love the way you did that, Rick.
And she would like a picture if you all are able.
nice.
Okay,
Aw,
Thank you.
we'll
of
do that
course.
right after we finish. CM1.
I'd like to report that Rick's daughter's in the audience. Because I know she's embarrassed.
Okay.
No report, sir.
CC1.
Real brief, Mayor, thank you. Wanted to congratulate our councilwoman. I attended the As We Worship benefit concert with her on Friday, and it was such a success. So thank you, Councilwoman Fogg, for the invitation. It was so well attended, and, it was just a blessing to see that our victims that were affected by the fire be granted it was just great. To Assembly Member Tina McKenna, I attended her emergency preparedness event on Saturday, and that was a success, so thank you to her and her staff. Also, the 4th Annual Women Rock reminder, please, May 3rd is the date. We're going to be opening up our registration this month in about 2 weeks, so be ready. And lastly, Mayor, will you please close the meeting in honor of Miss Evelyn Alexander? She's a longtime Inglewood resident. She passed away about 2 weeks ago, and she also was an employee here in the city. She worked in the city clerk's office, especially during our election time, and so want to send condolences out to her family, to Bill Alexander and her family.
Thank you.
Yes, Mayor. Thank you.
Let's see where we are now. Boom, 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 boom. There are no appointments to boards, commissions, and committees. Public comment regarding any other matter concerning business may be heard right now for a total of 1 minute.
I need to turn this on. Oh, okay. Thank you, Mayor and Councilman. My name is Chandler Weber. I am a Public Information Officer for the U.S. Small Business Administration. I'm just here today to share briefly with you kind of what assistance we can offer in light of the natural disasters that occurred in January, but also moving forward. So to briefly outline our program, we're deployed in natural disasters and human or man-made disasters. On the business side, we offer physical damage loans up to $2 million US at a 4% interest rate. And we also offer for economic injury up to $2 million for anything from working capital to your daily payroll, keeping a business afloat. That deadline is not until October 8th, so I'll leave you with that information that, as we move into summer months, if business does not pick up, people have that option. On the homeowner side, we can offer up to $500,000 for physical property, an additional $100,000 for personal property, your car, clothes on your back, all the daily necessities. I do have papers explaining all that as well. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. With that, we'll close
One
public
more,
comment.
Mayor.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm a little nearsighted. Thank you.
Hi. First, my name is Charlene Sanders. I just want to thank Assemblywoman McKenna for the program that they had this past weekend. It's very informative, and we had 3 earthquakes, and we have more coming. And I also want to thank Mr. Jeffrey Gibbons and his crew for taking stuff that they left over for the homeless people, and Mr. Jerry Tucker. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Is there any other public comment? Go right ahead, sir.
Brutality on December the 10th, 2021, this is the patient neglect. As a military veteran, I traveled, every time I had a seizure, sir, they take me to the Centennial Memorial Medical Hospital Center. But that night, your McCormick Smith's ambulance company deleted the hospital ride. They deleted the ride. Dolores and Alicia Chu has me falsifying documents at the hospital. That night, on December the 10th, they said that I walked in for a suture removal. On my chin. Then they said that I stayed in the hospital for 2 hours, sir, later. And that's how a citizen arrest took place. And that's how I was arrested, sir. They said I was arrested for trespassing. It's sad that you guys have me arrested for trespassing at the hospital. Then Mayor Butt says I was never arrested at all. They're false documents, sir.
I don't think I said that, sir.
Excuse me for saying Mayor Butt, apologies. Chief of Police, Mark Fonterrato. My apologies, sir. He said that I was never arrested. It's just patient neglect because I walked up the hospital, sir. I stoned up the hospital, sir, for a seizure.
Sir, I'm going to give you another 30 seconds. You're at time.
Sir, I'm just saying that the patient neglect occurred because I was dropped off by the ambulance company, sir. On the hospital bed is when I woke up from my seizure. I woke up and stumbled off the hospital room, sir. A nurse put a clipboard and paper in one hand, my right hand, and she put a pen in the other hand. I remember that she lifted my elbow, made me sign up the discharge paperwork. Sir, you can see the discharge paperwork is not my signature. It's a scribble. Sir, that's patient neglect from the left out of the hospital, sir.
Okay, sir. We're going to have to call time now. Thank you very much. With that, we're going to close public comment. We'll go to council comments. Councilwoman Gray, District 1.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Let's see, let me start off by first saying that March is Women's History Month. It actually is here. I would like to honor the trailblazers, change makers, and all unsung heroes making a difference before, now, and to come. Also, Fiesta Martin had a soft opening next week. I think I have some pictures, last week rather, that should be coming up. Last week at their newest location, which was at 7929 South Van Ness Avenue, actually in District 1. The Martins family were all there, and we're looking forward to the grand opening. It was a soft opening. Also, I want to remind everyone to please sign up for my newsletter. A lot of important information. I've heard good reviews from the residents and those who do receive it. So please reach out to my deputy, Angela Mays, at area code 310-412-8602. You're aware that I do have walk-in hours every month, every fourth Thursday from 4 to 6. And I always have a lot of folks from the community that do come in and speak with me about different issues. So I'm very happy to have to listen to everyone and to try to figure out what our solutions can be right there when they're in the room with me. So again, every fourth Thursday of each month between 4 and 6 p.m. at the ICOP Center. You know, what I do, as well as all of us here, we couldn't do it without the work of the staff. And I want to say thank you to our city manager, Louis Atwell, and I am going to call out some names of people who I've contacted this past couple of weeks who help out. Jerry Tucker, Chris Jackson, Thomas Ewell, Sylvia Hernandez, Bill Thompson, our Chief Mark Fraterata, and welcome back, Jose Cortez. So thank you guys for always being there when I call you and responding to the needs of the community. So thank you very much, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Councilman Padilla, District 2.
Great, thank you, Mayor. So I want to say that, this past weekend, I always tell folks, if you haven't been to the Miracle Theater for a concert, you owe it to yourself. I mean, and I know I see back there Owen Smith, the owner of the Miracle Theater. I got to tell you, last Saturday night, my wife Stella and I had an opportunity to go see a Tina Marie performer there at the Miracle Theater. By the way, she was amazing. But that is a theater for concert venues here in our community. And I strongly encourage everyone, if you haven't already done so, please go to the Miracle Theater. There's such a variety of events that occur there, and so that we can continue to keep that Miracle Theater going. So thank you, Owen, and to your family and all your folks. Amazing location, right here on Market Street in Inglewood. I want to thank one of my District 2 residents, Greg Sneed. He did a presentation last Saturday for the community at the District 2 Center to provide information regarding Social Security benefits. Right, folks, right now with all this stuff going on, they're like, should I start taking my benefits? Should I wait? What plan should I do? It's all this information. I got to tell you, he did an amazing job of providing informative. Matter of fact, when I walked in, my mind was set, and it changed with his presentation. That's how good it was. So I want to just thank Greg Sneed for doing that. I also want to congratulate and thank the Inglewood Police Department, Chief Ranarata, the men and women at the Inglewood Police Department. If you remember last Tuesday, we had the family here of Mr. Juan Sanchez, who had been killed when folks were stealing a catalytic converter, and they shot and killed him. And the mayor made some comments, and we as well, to the family, that we were confident that this was going to be an ongoing investigation, it was going to be successful, and that's why we wanted to wait for doing a reward. And so I want to again let folks know that Inglewood Police Department just a few days ago made 2 arrests of people involved and responsible for the murder of Juan Sanchez. As a matter of fact, the family was going to come today to give their thanks, and they're actually at the courthouse for the arraignment because they didn't want to miss that. So we continue to keep the family in our thoughts and prayers. And with that, thank you and enjoy the rest of your week.
Thank you. Councilwoman Falk, District 4.
Thank you, Mayor. I'm so glad that Councilman Padilla brought that up, because that was a wonderful thing to be able to see on the news, that they caught the gentleman that killed Juan Sanchez. So that's how you know our police officers are out there working hard, and we need to support them at all times. When we are in need, they step up and they help us. And so I'm always thankful for Inglewood Police Department and all that they do here in the city. So again, congratulations to being able to catch the 2 men that killed him, because that was horrible. And seeing that family here last week and having them all stand together, I mean, I just can't even imagine. So that was beautiful, and I'm so glad that we caught those 2. I want to also acknowledge the As We Worship concert. I partnered with Matthew Newman and his wife, Jasmina, and All In Co-working, which is a small business in District 4. And the event was the 4th annual event, but they highlighted the victims that were victimized by the fires and lost their homes. And so It was a wonderful opportunity for sororities and fraternities to worship together, come together, and it was a benefit concert. So a lot of people were able to give money, and actually, this event raised a lot of money. And so I want to thank our city clerk for coming out and supporting the event. She says, "I love to go to church. I'll come to your church event." So anyway, it was a wonderful event, and I want to thank my partners on that. Anytime we can lift up the victims of those fires, I am always in to do that. I also want to highlight that I am starting my series Coffee with Councilwoman Dion Falk. It's going to be at the Hollywood Park Casino. There's a farmer's market that's been there, and they're celebrating their 1-year anniversary. So now we are going to kick it off with coffee with Councilwoman Falk. Come on out, connect with me. I will be there this Saturday, March 15th from 9:30 a.m. until about 11 o'clock. So I want to meet my residents. I want to hear your issues, your concerns. So come on out, let's connect, and let's talk over a cup of coffee. And lastly, I want to remind everyone that Rolling Loud is here. Okay, this weekend, do not do not be in a hurry and go down Pinkay or Prairie, because it will be a lot of people in that area. Rolling Loud concert usually hosts thousands and thousands of people, but guess what? They are great community partners. They give to Inglewood Unified School District students, and they partner with the city. So they are great partners for the city. And in fact, they actually donate tickets to the surrounding gated communities for their inconvenience, which is another community benefit. So we love partners like that, Rolling Loud, that come into the city, recognize us, acknowledge and lift up Inglewood Unified School District students, and do fabulous things while they're here. So congratulations again, Rolling Loud, and I hope to see everybody out there at that concert. That, I believe, is all I have, Mayor. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Councilman Morales, District 3.
What kind of coffee are you going to have?
That's good coffee.
Snacks? Are they going to be snacks?
And I want to know, if you don't drink coffee, are you allowed to come?
Yeah.
I
You gonna
love
have milk
coffee.
and cookies? I just wanted to touch on a few things real briefly. First of all, the U.S. Small Business, the gentleman, it's funny, I got 2 calls, but I'm wondering if it's available for people who were not affected with the fire but are looking for small business loans at the 4%. Okay, so I'll get that information. The other thing is, I wanted to mention also the good work that the police department did for the Sanchez family on the homicide that happened about 2 weeks ago. I spoke to the chief that day when I saw the news, or I think the mayor had texted us, and the thing was that, he said, you know what, the guys, they were out there all night. They're currently downstairs sleeping. They're going to stay here, and at about 2 p.m. they're going to come up and do the paperwork. I mean, that's the commitment our police officers have, and that's because we have our own department. While cities around us have gone to the county and et cetera, even during the tough times, we managed to keep them. So just kudos to them, kudos to the chief. Thank you for a job well done. Then I didn't get a chance to touch base last week to thank the Inglewood Little League, who had a great opening day. Always a big deal for me because they took over at a park, which was Rogers Park, where we used to see just a lot of loitering, a lot of during the day they would just use it as a dog park, and during the evenings there would be a lot of just folks drinking, smoking, doing whatever they were doing. And the Little League changed that, because when you get a Little League, you get the kind of traffic where parents drop off kids all day long for 7 days a week. So they did it, and I'm real proud of them. I think it's up to about 400 families. I know the mayor was out there too, so it was a great day. And then I'd like to, Mayor, request that we also close in honor of Averill Cully. She was about a 40-year resident over on Truro. Just the nicest person. And I got to tell you, she just spoke so highly of the city and the council. And some people they're just like that. They see the positive side of everything, even during the tough years. So Great person. We'll miss her, Miss Averill Cully, Mayor. Thank you.
I just want to also echo my commendations of the chief of police and the police department. We have a very serious chief and a serious police department. This individual suspected of this murder and his accomplice were located in a city outside of Inglewood. A surveillance was conducted until they were certain they were inside. The SWAT team was scrambled. They called the suspect out. One came out, one did not. When they went inside, he had secreted himself in the above the ceiling in the location, and he threatened them with violence if they came to get him. SWAT team went in and got him, deployed gas, and took him into custody. This is why, we don't jump out and offer rewards every time there's a crime of violence, because that can taint the investigative process. People come forward, they give you information, it's not right because they want money. And I just am so proud of this police department. There's a lot of cities that have a similar makeup of ours, and there's homicide and things come and go. And so I want to congratulate again all the detectives, the SWAT team, and the chief of police for going through the first step. Everyone is innocent until proven guilty, but we thank and appreciate them for this first step towards seeking justice. And with that, we'll close in the name of Evelyn Alexander and Averill Cully. And with that, we're adjourned to return to closed session.